EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Foxborough, Massachusetts, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal that it is indeed time for football inside Gillette Stadium. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New England Patriots. On the visitor's sideline, Mike McDaniel, head coach of the Dolphins. These guys have really been struggling, just 2 wins over their last 8. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. Dances by him. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though. They trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they could be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. With that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Another catch there for Waddle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
First down. A gain of 11 on
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes us down to about the 5-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Achane diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, his team first, but I think
there he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Trevion Henderson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Patriots are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So Miami coming out for their second drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back in their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Tua going to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriots save. Harold Landry. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
Third down and 13. Here's Tua. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Patriots offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter. They might very well lean on him the rest of the way. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. and you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete. George Pickens, the intended target. Third down here.
Makes it third down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So on fourth down, here's Bryce Baringer on to punt for the Patriots. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
In motion comes the tight end left. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Looking to pass. Tua. He'll try and do this himself. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. A gain of 16 yards. And the
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4. This defense for the Pats, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Up the middle, Achane. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
44. Ready. First down, Dolphins.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. The Patriots offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you can see he leads the league in rushing. rushing as he enters this final week, so we'll see how involved they want him to be here in this regular season finale. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
May going to give it to Henderson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 17-yard line.
They'll throw with May. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He finds Douglas. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
After review of the play,
so that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. To the air, May. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Open man, the tight end Henry. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
And brings up 3rd down.
To throw, it's May. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And the Patriots had 15-1 on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late, winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, wow, a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
At the 50-yard line.
They go play action now. May. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 33. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give for Henderson running to the right. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 92 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's May. Over the middle, complete. That's Douglas. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Henderson is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. And his stellar campaign continues. That now his 20th rushing touchdown on the year, a number that very few running backs have ever reached in a single NFL season. The extra point now for Borregales. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is well complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. It's January 4th. Are we still within the range we can say Happy New Year? Well, Happy New Year. This is it. Week 18. Everything to play for. Let's roll. Our look at the NFL starts now. In the Steel City, it's the Steelers at home to take on the Ravens in the AFC North. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. Next up, it's the rematch of last year's NFC title game, Commanders-Eagles from the Link in Philly. And it's A.J. Brown. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. A 55-yard touchdown. The Eagles use a late score to celebrate the come-from-behind victory. One more for you. Let's go to Cincinnati. The Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns. And this is Joe Burrow. Adding to his total, he's the league leader in touchdown passes, and here's another here. This one's at halftime, and it's the Bengals with a 10-point lead at the half. With that, let's give you a look here at the current playoff picture. Meanwhile, in our game, a fairly even first half, all things considered. 14-7 is the halftime score, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and Drake May headed back onto the field. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The drive begins with a run by Henderson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 114 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. And I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt.
46-yard line.
Throwing here is May. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw, May. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finds Pickens out right. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. On 4th down, out comes Andres Borregales for the Patriot field goal. And his kick is right there. It's good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you give him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Back to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After the turnover, it's Tua. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
That's good for the Dolphins. 1st down.
And he'll send Waddle in motion left.
At the 33-yard line.
Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That's another Dolphins first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Miami.
On play action, here's Tua. Short throw, going to be caught by Waller. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now it's 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
In motion, Hill. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 14. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. And we'll step aside and be right back. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Asante Samuel on the coverage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Achane to start the drive. Still going inside the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14.
Patriots 14.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Henderson running straight ahead. Will work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the Patriots who got the win on the road, so they'll look to finish off the sweep here in Foxborough. He's got this to Pickens, and he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And able to work his way down to the 16.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
2nd down and a yard. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And the Patriots are going to have what looks to be a 1st and goal as they'll take this down to the 10-yard line.
Gain of 6.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Gallus now for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And the Dolphins 1st down. A gain of 27 on the play. And the Dolphins 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. 3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
That one complete to Hill. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
They'll
7.
throw with May.
23-yard
This is caught by Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To the air, May. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. It's complete to Brown, right side. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
Here's a toss to Henderson, headed right. And he'll go down at the 28. 141 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
To throw, it's May. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now we'll pause for an injury here. That's George Pickens, the receiver who's in some discomfort. We're week 18. This is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Patriots have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. The extra point now for Borregales. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. There as he'll make the diving catch. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. It's now second and 10.
Play action. Now it's Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
A gain of 10 brings up third and inches.
Now Tua going to try and sneak it. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There may be a little bit of an element of surprise there. Third and inches and their quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for fourth down.
Out of the gun, here's a give it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's third down. And
Tua going to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he couldn't get it to check out. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing here is May. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
brings up second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Straight ahead, Henderson. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts.
It's a gain of 5.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, it's Henderson. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you can be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporated here on this drive. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
2 yards on the
Second down, 8 yards to go. Looking to pass. Tua finding Bourne here over the middle. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. First and 10. They'll give this to Champ. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Here's second down.
Brings up second and 9.
Throwing Tua. He'll dump this off to Ochamp. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Tua. He's got to complete to Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Now Tua. That is caught downfield. It's Waller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
First down. It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Dolphins first down.
Here's Tua. It's Hill, complete. Here comes second down.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
A give, running right, Achane. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Tua to throw. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. No sign of Tua departing. 4th down, they're going for it. 4th down, 4th quarter, here's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is. Tua. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Now Tua. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete. A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Here's Tua. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Tagovailoa. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
A 7-yard pickup.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for New England, they finish off one of the best regular seasons of all time, 16-1, their final record. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Miami, it'll be double digits in losses as they fall to 7-10 for their final mark. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. And for Charles...